Steves, Alexes, and every skin in between. Welcome to Game Banter. I'm Code,
I'm OniShizen.
I'm Dino.
And I'm Firecracker.
and today we are going over our favorite mods that we use on a daily basis and what we love about them.
To start,
like to
these are the ones we can't live without. That's the big thing. And I think one that all of us have installed is Optifine.
Define my beloved.
All hail Optifine.
All hail the Zoom.
All hail the holding a torch and having it light your way.
True. True.
Connected textures.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The glass. I can't live without it. The glass.
The glass.
That whenever I am in like a snapshot, and like obviously Optifine doesn't work with snapshots, and I'm sitting there building something just to test the blocks, it causes me so much pain for the glass to not be connected.
I wish...
Like literal physical pain.
Yes, I am cringing.
Unconnected glass.
At this point, I think they're doing they're keeping glass unconnected just to spite us.
Possibly.
Do you think so? I wish we could change the grout colors. Like, that would be good. No? Yes?
Maybe.
If you're gonna make me have lines, let me change the grout color, okay?
Yes.
Come on.
But yeah, no, Optifine's one of those ones. I know there's like other versions out there that are very similar to Optifine and have some of the same effects, and are supposedly a little bit nicer to your computer and more compatible with other mods, but Optifine's easy, and I'm too lazy to go figure out the other ones right now.
Dynamic lighting is so nice, except for if you're like lighting up caves and you forget that it wasn't light because it was dynamic lighting.
I've gotten lost in caves for not putting torches down because I forgot.
Yeah.
I'm just a torch spammer by nature.
A smart cookie. Smart cookie.
Yeah, but Optifine is easy, and I am stupid, and so I shall keep using Optifine.
It's super easy to install, but remember that you should go to optifine.net. That's the only place you should get it. Is from optifine.net, okay?
Yep.
Not about those scam Optifines.
Don't trust them. Don't trust them.
Don't trust them.
Don't do it. Wouldn't
may or
be
may
prudent.
not have optifine.net saved as a bookmark on my Chrome browser.
Who doesn't?
Right?
It's like, I don't want to find you, but you're right there, so it's easy.
Hey, if there's an easy way of getting what I want, I'm gonna take the easy way, because I'm still gonna get what I want. And Optifine gives me what I want, which is holding a torch and having that provide light, so I don't have to torch spam while I'm running through the fields at night.
Perfect. Optifine is the big one. I think another one that at least two of us, love, one of us is indifferent, and the other one despises, is Replay Mod.
Oh, no, the thing is, I don't love it.
Use regularly.
Yeah, like, I use it. I despise it. I think it's not intuitive at all, but it's great.
Oh, I agree. I agree 100% that it's not intuitive.
It definitely has its bugs, but, like, I use it weekly at this point, if not 3 to 4 times a week.
Wasn't I the person who taught you how to use it?
Yes, you did, like, 3 months ago.
Yeah, because I figured out how to use it, I think, like, well, no, Ferks probably, but before I knew Ferks, this is before I knew Ferks, I figured out how to use it completely on my own. And that sucked. It's so much easier if you have someone to teach you how to use it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so much easier if you have someone who can teach you. Because, like, no, because it's a great mod. Like, Replay Mod, super great mod. It's just not intuitive, but I also understand, I don't think there's a more intuitive way they could have done it.
There are plenty of great tutorials for it, but
yes,
it needs to be a little smoother, but I can understand why it is how it is.
It also go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's also kind of sad because they stopped doing both Forge and Fabric for it.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why, because, I mean, Fabric, I think, for them was easier to keep updating with. But it also does exclude a large group of people who are trying to do stuff with other mods because they have to use, like, a very buggy, fake version of Replay Mod.
Yeah, no, I agree. Compatibility is definitely a hard thing with mods.
It is.
Yeah. That's another reason Optifine is great, because there's OptiFabric. So you can do Optifine in Fabric and also in Forge.
Yep. Still haven't figured that one out entirely, but yes. No. Replay mod's definitely one, because, like, I use it all the time. You need a strong computer with that, though. Like, that's not an easy thing to put onto a laptop. My laptop struggles.
I actually was able to run it on my Dell XPS.
Your computer scares me. It was clearly being possessed by a god.
But yeah, no, it's also, like, very much kind of fried now. But
you killed your computer. Okay, cool.
It just dies a lot faster. Its battery kind of a shot. But
yeah, that happens.
You can run it on a laptop. It's just not recommended. Never say
your laptop may not live too much longer after that.
Yeah.
But you can do it. It's not recommended.
Possible. Don't.
If you want your laptop to be functional tomorrow, don't do it.
Also, if you want to save time.
Yeah.
And not have it crash.
So the rendering on that takes so long. What I've ended up actually doing is a workaround where I do the track that I want it to take, and then I run the track with F1 selected, so you can't see the on-screen HUD, and then I just record it with action at that time. So
that's so smart.
Smart workaround.
Right.
That's so smart. And that also I feel like would be easier on your computer.
But replay mod, it definitely, rendering is a hard thing. I think that was like a 5-minute clip. Takes about 20 minutes to render down on my computer on a good day. So it definitely has its bugs. It has its small things that just don't make it the most functional. But once again, if you figure out how to work with it really well, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's like once you figure out how to work it, it's great.
Like,
so
Rendog has pulled off some masterpieces with that thing.
Yeah.
If you want to see someone who's really good with it, that guy's great. But yeah, no, replay mod's one of those ones that, like, some of us love it, some of us hate it, some of us are, it could be better.
I have a love-hate relationship with it, okay? Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
I have witnessed Ferks get very angry with replay mod.
I mean, I started reaching out to Ferks for help when I was trying to teach you replay mod, Oni.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, help, Ferks, I'm teaching Oni replay mod, what do I do?
And I'm like, don't teach your replay mod.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you said. Don't teach your replay mod.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, replay mod is great, but also the worst, but it's like... It's great.
Oh yeah, no, it's super fun.
It's so good.
Another mod that I think all of us have used at least once, if not regularly, is World Edit.
Yep.
I love World Edit.
That's a code. I'm pretty sure y'all have been using it working on getting the God Hunter SMP revamped.
Okay. The only thing with that, though, is we're avoiding using mods as best as we can.
That's fair.
On the server. So while we love them, and while a couple of things with texture packs need Optifine to work, we're pretty much trying to avoid making mods necessary for it.
A solid choice.
I don't know how Dodo does it, but he does it and it works.
He's so talented. Like, computer genius dude.
He is a computer. We don't question it. It's fine.
He is a computer.
No, I love World Edit though, personally. Like, it's super easy when you have it. And if you actually know the commands, which I do not, it's super efficient.
I have a list. I have a cheat sheet when I use it.
I pull up the website and have the commands on, like, Control F to search what I'm looking for.
Oh, I only know how to replace blocks and then also copy paste things and then also to rotate things. And then I also figured out how to save. I figured out how to save things to a clipboard so I can move them between worlds.
That's cool. I need to figure that out.
Yeah, that's all I know, though. I don't know how to make wands. I don't know how to do anything like that. I just know the bare bones, but it makes building so much more efficient for mega builds.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't have been able to finish that island build we did for here. Like, those buildings. I would not have been able to finish that as fast as I did without World Edit.
True.
That was fun. Yeah,
that was a fun episode.
It makes it quicker and more efficient to build very large things, like in creative, obviously, because you can't use it in survival. So if you're trying to do something awesome and giant on a quick clock, World Edit is amazing.
No, that one's super, super fun. There's a couple other convenience ones that you use semi-regularly, folks, like Lightmatica.
Yes, I do use Lightmatica, especially since I don't have access to the world, like we don't know the seed for Hypermine, and so I don't have access to that. Trying to make the base fit where I want it to fit, I can actually use Lightmatica to copy my chunk of it and then work on it and figure things out without worrying about dying all the time, you know. So that's nice. Right. And if I'm doing something that's got if I'm building something in creative, it's nice to be able to take a section, copy it, and then be able to paste it in without having to do all the work. It's like work edit, but our world edit, but a little bit easier sometimes for some things. So yeah.
I personally have never used it. I always just loved that weird like blueprint hologram thing that you can use when you're building. That
right, and it's
convenient.
nice. It lets you quickly put down a blueprint, and then you can you just like middle mouse wheel it, and it'll select the block for you, put it in your hand, so you don't have to sit there going back and forth in your inventory. Even if you're not using the like if you're not in creative and you're using it in survival, it'll do the same thing. You just right click the schematic and it'll put that block in your inventory in your hand.
I really need to learn how to use this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. But it's another one that's not totally like there's not a great tutorial for it, and there's not a lot of great documentation for it. So it was a little frustrating at the beginning, but you know, I've got it down now. If you need
Note
some
to self,
some
call
help.
Ferks when need help for
Right.
Lightmatica. Got it.
Right.
I'm writing on a sticky note. But yeah, no, that one I've never played with it, but like I've watched Tab Twice use it for building redstone things. I've seen several other streamers use it for stuff.
Yeah, it was really nice. Ota and I were making a trick or treat village last year, and we worked out the redstone, but it was a complicated redstone so to be able to in survival see it so that you could copy it exactly the way you needed to have it was awesome. It still took us hours to recreate the redstone, but
yeah,
at least we didn't have to think through it every time and be like, now wait, what?
I feel you there.
Or try and use the cam account to see where everything was, and then, you know, your other account to actually build it. So
nah, that makes sense. Another one you brought up was Mini HUD that you use all the time.
Yes. So, especially with the new light levels, I am never sure where I'm supposed to be putting the torches down, and it has a feature where it'll show what the light levels are, and it actually puts a box around and turns the number red for the ones that are 0 for spawnable spaces. This is for 118, right? For they have previous versions that do it for the spawn levels for 117 and before, right? Another thing I was mentioning that I really love about Mini HUD is that you could see your coordinates on screen all the time without having F3 pressed, so you don't have all that screen spam. It's nice and small, and so when you die in survival, on the death screen, it's still showing your coordinates.
Perfect. Screenshot.
Not that I would never, ever, ever need that.
No,
but...
not that you die all the time. It's fine.
Right.
It's not Ferks proof, guys. Nothing's Ferks proof.
No, it's sometimes you're doing things that you can't help but die. Like this trip to the end that I'm on right now, I'm not properly prepared, and now I'm just going back and trying to get my stuff. And
fun
so,
stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those are our big mods that we all use. I know they're not like the convenience in-game mods, but they're the convenience for playing.
Right. Or creating.
Because, like, all of us Optifine, all of us have used World Edit, most of us have used Replay. I am now very much about to install those other two. Still need to figure out how to actually install World Edit on my single-player worlds. It's fine.
It's you don't know how to do World Edit for single player, Oni?
You might not discussing this.
You might need different instances because I don't think that World Edit and some of the other ones that we've talked about play well
That
together.
might be the case, yes. I might need to
at
yeet
all times.
Optifine.
Yeah.
No,
so-
Fabric. World Edit works with Fabric, and
What?
so does Optifine as long as you have OptiFabric. So you can still keep Optifine and have World Edit running at the same time.
Time to
Yeah,
fix
because I
that.
do that.
Yeah, I do that
Optifabric,
too.
you need.
We're just
okay.
gonna assume I put everything in the wrong folder again, and I'll figure it out eventually.
Okay, yeah, because like there is ways, like you just have to make sure that you're all like they're all working either Fabric or they're all working, like that's the biggest thing with mods is you need to make sure that they're all compatible with one of those two. I think those are like the main two. There might be other mod things out there, but most mods are under Forge and Fabric.
Yes, those two are the ones I'm aware of.
Yeah, Fabric is what works. Fabric is where Fabric is what works for replay mod, right?
If I
Yeah,
recall correctly,
so-
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so Fabric is what works for replay mod, and that is actually why I switched from Forge to Fabric, was for the sake of using replay mod. So I found I found out about OptiFabric, which is what you need to get Optifine to work with Fabric. Because as long as you have Fabric, the Fabric API, Optifine, and OptiFabric, like those are just all you need to just have Optifine working with Fabric. And then just into your mods folder, as long as you don't have folders within your mods folder,
Right.
you just shove in like the Fabric version of World Edit, you shove in the Fabric version of the Fabric version of Replay Mod, the only version of Replay Mod. So
Right.
shove in Replay Mod. And I mean, as long as like Litematica has a Fabric version, does it have a Fabric
It does.
version?
It does.
Yeah.
But you also have to download this Malalib or something too as well.
Good to
And it's
know.
all you have to do is go to the internet and type how do I install Litematica, and it'll take you to the right place. So
Good. You
Yeah.
know, that's the thing with all of these is like Optifine typically runs just fine on its own unless you're running Fabric, and then you need OptiFabric. You can get those in the same place. Replay mod, you need, if you're gonna render it and produce it out of there, you have to have there's a certain like Java file thing that you have to have so your
Yep.
computer can process it. Which they have a link to take you right where you need to take it to. You shouldn't be looking for it elsewhere. They'll take you to the safe site to get it from the replay mod download location.
right.
Safety, once again, safety there. Don't click any questionable ads.
Right.
Never click the ads. Always double check you're not clicking that too.
Don't click it. Right. It
Always-
says click here. Don't click
click
it.
there.
Make sure you're pressing the correct download button.
Download now, big red button.
Nope.
Nope.
Never that.
Oh my goodness. I know with like World Edit, once again, when you go to the correct World Edit download, it'll tell you everything else you need to get, and it'll take you to where you can get it. CurseForge has that information on their website. When you go to the World Edit page, it'll give you everything you need to download to safely download it. You just gotta make sure you put it in the right folder. Don't be me. Put it in the right folder. And once again, make sure all your stuff is up to date when you're using it. I believe MiniHUD's the same way that when you go to get it, it will tell you everything you need to have.
Yep. You just need MiniHub. It needs to go in your mods folder. So
Yep.
Yep.
But those are like the big things. Making sure you're clicking the right location, making sure you're not touching anything you shouldn't be touching on there. If it's questionable, ask. Don't touch it.
If it's questionable, don't poke it.
right.
Don't poke it.
'Cause, like,
If you guys have any suggestions for us, we'd love to hear about it.
oh yeah, what are your like make Minecraft functional to run and like look at more comfortably mods? Not like the fast leaf decay mods or the fast tree chopping mods or the ore mining mods. We're looking for game function from the outside perspective mods.
Yeah. Substantial mods.
Yes.
That'll make our life much easier.
Or make content creation slightly more entertaining from the, oh, this is more functional. You can view it better. Because I know
Right.
there's a mod, or is it a data pack, that Captain Sparkles uses to make dark things still more visible when he's recording. I don't know what he uses, but he uses something that causes it to not be dark.
I don't know.
I need to look into that. It was a super interesting thing that I was like, that seems like cheating, but okay.
Yeah, I just turn my like brightness thing all the way up because it defaults to mood. Oh, for people who don't know this is just a make your life easier in general thing. Lighting defaults to moody, So if you want things to be easier to see, go into your options and change that. Did I forget that this was a thing and not know about it until probably like a month into content creation?
Yep.
Yes.
See?
But it's a thing.
Brain cells are very much not available in this chat. Sometimes it's fine.
Oh, there's one thing that you have to worry about with Optifine, that GUI error thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I think I've heard of it.
Refresh me.
So no, I don't.
I'm Googling it.
No, it's like a GUI. You'll get a GUI error thing from Optifine, and you have to turn the error off. It's fine. You're not getting an error. It means everything's working fine, but it keeps showing up over and over and over and over again. And the only reason I remember it is because I made a new install when we were doing that Squid Games, where everybody was gonna, all the big names were doing it. We were all doing it together, and that kept coming on my recording, and I'm like, how do you get that to go off? And you have to go into the settings and turn that off. I don't know what it's called.
When we find it, I'll put it up for editing. Haha.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so I actually don't think I've ever really dealt with that. I might have dealt with that at one point, but I just quickly turned it off. Because I don't remember that ever being a super big issue for me.
I think I got that error once, and then I DM'd Nova and said, "What the crap is this?" And he goes, "Oh, press this."
Yeah, if you don't know how to get rid of it, it's frustrating. You know what I'm saying?
It's because I Googled Optifine settings. I Googled, like, the best Optifine settings to have, just so I could figure things out.
Oh, there you go.
And so I immediately set up the correct Optifine settings when I got it.
Google is your friend, folks.
Google is great. I learned everything I know about content creation through watching other content creators, and therefore, because YouTube is owned by Google.
Google's great.
Google's awesome.
Okay.
Google pays the bills.
As someone else with another love code, what's your opinion on Optifine and the fog removal?
I use a laptop that is not meant for gaming, so getting rid of fog and everything related to that makes it run a lot smoother, I've noticed.
Awesome.
And that's amazing. See things?
I appreciate actually being able to see things.
The Nether is terrifying until you can see 16 chunks away.
Right.
I mean, that's a you opinion.
Okay. But I like to know where the ghast that's screaming is.
True.
When I'm bridging across a lava lake, I want to be able to see the ghast.
That's fair.
I also want to know if I'm about to bridge into piglin territory.
And then if you're like me and you don't get rid of the fog, you suffer.
I cry every time I have to use non-Optifine and explore the Nether. It's terrifying. If anyone knows another way to get rid of the fog without Optifine, please tell me. But yeah, overall, I think that those 5 mods are probably our top favorites for just making the gaming slightly easier. And like, I know there's like a lithium or sodium version of Optifine that runs smoother and runs easier. But it's not exactly friendly to someone who's not the most tech savvy. I am learning. But I'm gonna use what's safe first before I commit to trying to figure something else out. Though I do want to thank the folks that have actually like sent me the full files and been like, hey, if you just drop this, it's about right. And I'm like, oh, well, I thank you for the convenience. I want to learn it before I try it.
Yep.
That's smart. Yeah, I just go with what's easy because I'm completely, like I've said before, completely self-taught content creator. And so these are just what I found that made my life easiest, content creating in a college dorm with a laptop. And now, even though I'm on my own in an apartment with an actual computer, they still function, they still work. And so if you're looking to get started and you don't have a lot of technical knowledge, these are definitely like the ones for you for content creation. Even for like gameplay, I'd say Lightmatica, Optifine, World Edit for creative builders is great.
Right.
The mini HUD if you get lost easily.
Oh, true. Mini HUD.
You should be able to read coordinates.
Lighting.
Lighting, yes.
Yeah.
Building big
I know
build,
how to read
danger.
coordinates. It's not that hard.
I also know how to read coordinates, but I still go the wrong direction.
Fair. Directionally challenged people unite. I just keep F3 completely open when I'm trying to use coordinates.
No.
Ew.
Ew.
My brain already looks like that on the daily anyway. It doesn't really change much.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. I struggle to read it because I have vision problems, for those that don't know. I am blind. Reading is hard. And when there's lines on top of lines, I can't read them.
That makes sense.
So, Mini HUD's great. Or we jump back to last week's episode. There's a HUD that is on
Vanilla tweaks
that you can use in single player worlds or put on the server for your servers. Slightly less demanding than Mini HUD. Probably not much harder to run, honestly. But both options. One has a lighting tool, though. Highly suggest the lighting tool. Or else you might have a creeper trying to give you a hug. But yeah, those are our big ones. Those are our favorites, I think, overall. If you have one that you can't live without or that you always have, or you use the lithium or sodium versions of those mods, let us know. I'd love to hear about them. Once again, I'm still trying to learn about them because I didn't play with them for the longest time. And there's so much to learn with them. Like, so much. There's so much out there. People who create these things are geniuses.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Your brain scares me. I'm proud of you. It's amazing, but you scare me.
That's why I gave up. I heard of somebody in my university doing Minecraft mods for a college project, and I was just like, yep, nope, this is why I'm not a comp sci major. Yeah, no, because I know the basics of coding because I took a class, so I know Java, which is what Minecraft is. Minecraft is Java. And so I know Java, at least the basics of it. I can't do anything too complex.
I can tell hello world in Java. That's how far I got.
Oh, yeah, I can do more than that. So I know the basics of Java, and even I just am like, you are a sorcerer, because I know the basics and I still don't get it. You know, like, not even the basics. I don't get the basics, and I know the basics.
Beyond that, it's a props to them for the amount of time it takes to write that stuff. Like,
yeah, because you have to go line by line and test each line to make sure it's working.
Mm-hmm.
It's so time-consuming. It's so insane. And a lot of the time for them, it's a thankless thing, because a lot of people don't really look behind this, like, behind the function.
Exactly. No, it's one of those things of a thank you to people who have put in that work to make the data packs and the texture packs and the resource packs and the mods that we all use. Mad props to you. Thanks for doing it. Love you for it. I'd send you a box of chocolates if you gave me an address. But yeah, no, those are like those are what we use. We rely on those heavily. I know Ferks has massively changed the way you play Minecraft because of Lightmatica and your building.
Yeah.
I know my life changed when I realized Optifine was a thing and I could zoom. Because that was like, I think I figured out that was a thing in 1.14. And my life is like, oh, hold up. I can see things at a distance.
I forgot glass connecting wasn't base game, and so I got very sad.
Uh-huh.
Just because I was like so used to Optifine and like the connected textures, and oh, it's so good.
Yep. No. Once again, those are our big things. Those are what we love. Code has discovered the ease of playing in the Nether with it. Code can go be the gremlin in the fire. It's fine.
I am the fire gremlin.
Conquer the Nether.
I'll just occasionally pop in through the portal, drop off a bunch of things, and then disappear again. It's fine.
Do you have any idea how, like, I was like, whoa, look at this glass! The first time I played with Optifine?
Dino has the 100-yard stare of a goldfish.
Hey, we've also already established when I was playing Terra Swoop Force, that I can't see glass. I am a bird. So it looks great for builds, but it also just makes my life so much harder because I sometimes literally run into Minecraft glass. I'm exposing myself.
I've done it too. I think everyone's done it at least once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just the casual splat noise of us hitting glass.
So maybe if you have trouble seeing through glass, Optifine isn't for you. But
you can turn off connected textures.
What is the point of Optifine if you don't have connected textures?
I got it for the zoom.
I got it for the zoom and the fog.
I didn't even get it for the fog. I just saw zoom and wanted zoom.
Dynamic lighting.
The dynamic lighting is glorious.
Dynamic lighting, yeah. I got it for dynamic lighting and for connected textures. The zoom was just a bonus.
The zoom was a nice bonus. But I think that's about where we're going to be wrapping up for this because, like, once again, those are our 5. We have 5 things there. If you've run into glass, please let us know. Because I need Dino to know they're not alone in the stupidity that we have all done at least once. But if you liked what we've heard, you know, craziness, goofiness, all the fun stuff, there's a red button. It's safe to click. We've been over this, folks. That red button that says subscribe is not going to give you a virus.
Bentley, push that button.
Click it.
Okay.
And there's a bell next to it that lets us know you clicked it. And then there's like a weird thumbs up. If it's pointing up, it's safe. The thumbs down one is not safe.
Right. We'll give you a virus. Curse for 100 years.
Exactly.
And then there's this little line that says comments or type here. And there's a line under it. Click there. Tell us you did it. And then press like enter or that send arrow paper plane thing. Those are safe. Press them. And then
we do our comments.
Yes, I read all the comments. I don't know if anyone else has seen them. I read them. I can guarantee you everyone's reading them. And then once you've pressed that and sent a thing there, go find a nice bottle. Put some water in it, and drink it.
No.
And once you've done that, have a lovely rest of your day, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!